friends, it's Gwen and I'm back today with a Christmas paper craft project for you. This is super easy and super fun to make. All you will need is a circle punch, some twine from your stash, and then any of the pattern paper that you would like to use for this project. We are jumping all into Christmas, so I am going to be using Crate Paper's Hey Santa collection. We are going to be making these super cute paper garlands. They are perfect for using up your scraps. They're a super fun idea that you can do with the little ones, and I really love the look of them. You can pop them on your Christmas tree, and you can also use them as part of your gift wrapping. So you have a couple of options in terms of pattern papers. I do have this paper stack that I want to dive into. So I'm working with 5 separate prints, and I'll be using the full 12 by 12 sheets. If you happen to have a stack of paper scraps that you wanted to use up, this project would be perfect for those as well. So the first thing that you want to do is punch out a bunch of circles. So I'm using a 1-inch punch here. You could use a 2-inch punch as well. It just depends on the size of the paper garland that you would like to make. I'm kind of making a mini one here. This one is going to hang over the window in my studio. So yeah, just punch out a bunch of the circle elements and use a mix of the pattern papers. I have also kept them, see they're in little piles there. That's because I want to know which papers I'm using when. I am going to be a little bit strategic in the mixing of the papers as we go into the next step. So I do want to keep each of the patterns separate for now. These are the pattern papers that I'm using, and now we can get on to assembling. Each piece of the garland consists of 4 of the circles that we have just punched. Choose any 4 circles, so mix and match here, and fold them in half so that the pattern paper is on the inside. You will want to burnish them off just a little to make sure that fold is nice and crisp. And then we're actually going to glue 3 of them together. Take note of which of your pattern papers are going to be side by side, so be sure to mix and match here as you go. And using a liquid adhesive, you want to stick 3 of them together. Now we can prepare the string, which is what our garland's going to sit on essentially. And you're going to place the string inside of those 3 sections that you've just glued together. And then you can add your 4th section. So it ends up looking like so. So you can see the 4 circles are all stuck together onto each other. You will need to be a little bit careful about where you place the circles on your string. So as we go along here, you're going to continue that process, but when you go to glue it onto your string, make sure that you've evenly spaced each of the circles. I'll show you here in a little bit. So I have folded my 4 circles in half there, and now I'm adding my liquid adhesive and gluing them back to back. And I work on 3. See, I am being careful to make sure they're nice and aligned neatly. And then we can add the string once we have 3. Now here's where you have to pay attention. You want the placement on the string to be even. That gap between the 2 circles needs to be consistent as you go along the garland. Isn't that cute? You simply repeat this process until you have the full garland. The fastest way to do this process is actually to batch it. So punch out a bunch of circles first, then do the assembly of the circles to the point where you've got 3 of them ready to go. And then the last step you can do is the attaching to the garland. And it actually goes quite quickly. By the way, this is not just a Christmas project. I have actually created a couple of these as decorations for my craft room. I just chose prints that I really enjoyed, and they hang all year round. So there you can see how it is all coming together. The measurement for the spaces in between is 1/2 inch. So I have found that if you just halve the size of your circle and make that the gap, that the balance feels very nice. So if you're using a 2-inch punch, go with a 1-inch gap. This is a 1-inch punch, so I'm going with 1/2 inch gap. This also works with other shape punches as well. I have seen really super cute Christmas trees. You could use star punches, lots of different shapes that would work. Same principle applies though. You just cut 4 and those 4 get back together, and that's what makes that one section of the garland. Thanks so much for being here, my creative friends. If you're looking to make a super easy gift card holder this Christmas, I do have a tutorial on that as well, and you can check it out here. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, bye.